reindeer, family.
In 14 minutes,
And
6
then-
hours and... I have my riding companions with me. That's Tacoma. She's a mixed breed. And that's Lulu back there. She's a mixed breed as well. I was born and raised in Bergen County, New Jersey. And they have a trade school that I went to in the 60s.
Careful, this is...
In the 60s, I went to a trade school, which the trade school you went all day to. You had shop in the morning, and you had classes in the afternoon. Your first 2 years, and the second 2 years it was the other way around, and I took machine shop up. And after 2 years of machine shop, I asked the teacher if I could take welding up, which didn't come with my class. And that's why when you see me fabricate stuff, I learned so much between welding and machine shop. We had a huge machine shop in our Bergen Tech, huge. That's where I learned how to do all this stuff. Fabrication was something that we did every day in our school. Build stuff, build machines. One day when I get time, I'll show you some of the equipment I built years ago. '95 when it was 28 below zero for a couple days here. 28 below zero.
Wow.
I'll say it again. 28 below zero. It was so cold, I thought the horses were going to die.
Really?
Yeah. And I put them in there at night. And then in the daytime, we'd put them out in the run-in shed where the sun was. But at night, we had to put them in there. It was like three days. And that was cold. That was cold. And we had pigs at the time, too. I used to put heaters on in the barn. That was dangerous as hell because the barn's all full of hay upstairs. And if there's a fire, everything would burn down, including maybe a couple tractors, too. And kept a lot of stuff in the barn. But that didn't happen too often. Most time around here, if it gets to zero, is about as cold as it gets. Very windy here, though. Very windy because you can, as you see when you look out to the west, most of our wind and most of our bad weather comes from the west. There's not much between our barn and the west. It's open. And we get some wind here. And it's cold. So...
Did you ever get any like major storm? You never got like a tornado or anything here, right?
No, never got a tornado. Not on my farm that I know of. I mean, not since I've been here. But we had 3 feet of snow at a couple occasions that
Yeah.
the horses, I'd have to snow plow the field so the horses could walk around, get out of the barn and go into the pasture. That's another thing. It takes you forever to do that stuff. Clean the snow up and the horses, so the horses could walk around a little bit.
Jimmy had to do that for Lulu. Because Lulu had snowed a couple times and
Yeah.
she couldn't get her head above the snow.
Couldn't have the snow. The
Yeah.
same thing. The horses, especially the donkey, he was kind of small. He had 3 feet of snow. Even the horses didn't even want to go in 3 feet of snow. It was a lot of snow. And just getting out to the barn was a problem. We used the D6 many times just to clear the snow in the driveway. That's how much snow comes up the hill, comes off the fields and drops the snow right in the driveway. So, get the D6. It pushed the snow. It pushed anything that comes in its way. Don't matter. Trees, anything that comes in its way, it's pushing.
Well, and then this year you're hoping to use the tractor for that instead?
Yeah, nice cab. Heat, and I can't wait to do that this year.
Very cool.
Can't wait for it to snow. So I'm gonna have to, because the defrosters don't work and the wipers don't work, I gotta make my own defrosters and wipers right here with the sponge and a rag. Because, you know, I guess they don't expect the tractors to work in the snow.